Hey guys, my name is Chris and I am the Algo Man here on TikTok. And thanks again for coming by today to check out this recap. Now, all right team, here's what we're gonna do today. Today we're gonna keep it fast, focused, and powerful. Because in this recap of the NASDAQ 100 futures, I'm showcasing the dynamic duo of PredictMO and CYMO Pro on a 1-minute chart. And trust me, in a highly cyclic session like today, these tools lit up the screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to run this bad boy. We're going to do this session from the open through about, I don't know, 10:30 or so, which is honestly more than enough to show how responsive these tools are in real time. And just like the bot that we have in the Discord called it, this market was set to cycle. No clear trend, no extended legs, just rotation after rotation. And you know what? Guess what? You know, PredictMO, this tool right here, it really nailed the directional shifts before they moved. And CYMO over here really timed the cycle peaks and troughs with precision. And together, guys, they create structure and what would otherwise feel like noise. Now, this is how you handle a market that refuses to trend. You cycle with it, but only if you've got the right tools. So let's go ahead and see how these bad boys performed in today's session, guys. And here we go. First bar of the day right there. Market that is, it appears that the market wants to go down. We don't yet know. And honestly, if you're trading on a 1-minute chart, never, ever, ever trade that first bar. It is just financial suicide to do so. I normally wait a few bars to kind of get the ebb and flow of where the market's going. Right now, the market is obviously cycling. It tells you up here on the left quadrant, it is cycling right there. Look at that. That means that price is inside this 3-channel VWAP and it's not going anywhere. The second thing you have to look out for is your 80-bar VWAP, which is this green line right here. And if you could tell, price just hit the 80-bar VWAP, smack daddy down, came back up, hit the 80-bar VWAP again, just kind of came down, it rolled, but nothing happened, okay? So you're kind of stuck right there between the 80-bar VWAP, and let's see what happens if you were to take a trade right here, okay? And we're taking this trade because you just had cycle point to the upside right there, and you're right here inside the 15-bar VWAP as well. If you want to take that, oh, and you're also in exhaustion zone right there as well.
Order filled.
And I may as well just take that trade off. Let me tell you why. Whenever the predictor gets into this exhaustion zone right here, you likely are going to experience some type of reversal right there, guys. There it is, okay? So let's see if this really holds. And if it does, that would have been a, somewhat of a decent exit right there. Sure enough, guys, it hit the top, exhaustion, and, it just kind of bounced right there. So now let's just kind of watch it a little bit and see how it bounces around. You've got your 80-bar VWAP, you've got your 15-bar VWAP, which is the cyan lines, okay? The 80-bar is this solid green line kind of going through the middle right there. It's telling you that, guys, you better be careful. Anytime price hits that 80-bar VWAP, it either breaks or it bounces. I know I sound like a broken record sometimes, guys, but that's really the net truth of how that indicator works, all right? So if you're watching it and you're looking at it and you're going to yourself, well, it looks like it might be breaking right here. Yeah, you know what? I think you are right.
Order filled.
It is breaking right there. It just broke off this line right there, and let's see what happens and where it goes here. So now you've got cycle coming down, you've got momentum coming down with this trade as well. You just had the predictor go up above the 0 line. This could make you definitely nervous, and if that's the case, then hop off the trade, hop off the gravy wagon right here. It's hitting the 80-bar VWAP. It's not really going anywhere right there. And if you just wanted to just wait a minute and jump off right there, you can do that. You could do that as well. Just watch for the rotation. Cycle went up. That's the end of that trade, guys. There's nothing else left in it. Now, if you're going to take any type of trade here, if it's to the upside, you want to do it when your price line right here kind of moves up a little bit and gets out of this threshold down here at the bottom. Anytime it's right here at this threshold, guys, it's just going to drag price down. And you've got the second rotation here too with cycle. Okay, this might be a signal right here. You're way at the bottom of your VWAP, which is ideally where I like to take trades, okay? Whenever price is here at the bottom of the VWAP, it's always a good idea. You waited for the predictor to go up right there. You saw cycle tilt up right there as well. You had price hit this inflection point, so sure, why not? Let's go ahead and take a long trade and see where that goes. Now keep in mind, guys, you've got your 80-bar VWAP right smack right there, and you've got these bad boys like almost about to cross right there. You got a crossing here with the predictor.
Order filled.
I'd be more than happy to take that trade off right there. Why? You had cycle and momentum just cross right there. You had the predictor cross with the price line right there as well. That seems to be it, especially with price hitting the 80-bar VWAP in a highly cyclic market, okay?
Order filled.
Let's go ahead and take that to the short side because you've got price right there at the inflection point. You had cycle come down as well right there. So let's see where this one goes. This is going to be another cyclic rotation to the downside. So where do we get out in cycles? Whenever we have cycle trades, when cycle and momentum cross, just the same way it did right here. The moment it crosses here at the bottom, or you've got the predictor crossing right here in exhaustion zone, that's another potential exit right there too. So right here, you see how they're crossing? You can just go ahead and clip it
Order
right there
filled.
and get out. Right here, guys. Look at that. Okay, your cycle rotation just ended right there as well. Nice, clean trade to the downside. In fact, that went all the way from 785 to 747. It was a very good trade to the downside. If you notice how cycle went up and momentum continued its way down, I'd be very careful taking that trade to the upside, guys, unless momentum actually ran up alongside cycle right there. So just kind of let it bounce off, and you've got cycle all the way to the top as well. Right there. What goes up must come down. You've got price right here at the cusp as well. And you've got momentum rising, cycle coming down. To me, there's no setup right there to go long or to go short. It looks to be a bit of a pivot trade, and pivot trades, if we know what they are, you guys who are CYMO members tend to be very short-lived. Okay, there's your pivot trade right there. Okay, we just had a pivot to the upside right there, but pivot trades aren't counted here with the predictor just here. Okay, oh, perfect. Now we just had cycle go up, and this bad boy looks like it might be rolling up. You're again all the way here in the base of your VWAP, your 20-bar VWAP right here. These are my favorite type of trades to take to the upside because you're right here at the base. And if you're right here at the base, you know what goes down can come up. And you've got your predictor that went up. You've got price right there as well. And you have a crossing above zero with cycle. So we'll take that until we actually get a signal to get out. And remember your 80-bar VWAP right here, guys, okay? Just keep that 80-bar VWAP in mind. You just had a crossing of cycle and momentum right here. If you want it to be more conservative, you can certainly take the trade-off right here, okay? There's nothing wrong with taking the trade-off the moment that cycle and momentum crosses right there. Nothing wrong with taking the trade-off at all right there. In fact, it hit the 80-bar VWAP, and this thing is probably going to end up bouncing. So if you want to take the trade-off right there,
order filled,
you can, and be done with it, okay? Here's the crossing of your orange line, and that's pretty much it as well. But see, the moment it hit the 80-bar VWAP right there, it bounced. It didn't go anywhere, guys. That was the end of that move. Now, if you're going to take a rotational trade to the downside, you want to make sure that this bad boy, okay, well, this looks to me like this is downside right here already. I'll just give it one more bar to see if I can get this green line a little closer. Okay, right there. All right, is this going up or is this going down?
Order filled.
I'll take that to the downside right there. Okay, well, it did go down. Good. It looks like you've got a pivot trade right here again. And these type of trades are very short-lived. The moment that cycle crosses above momentum, that's really going to be it for the pivot trade. There you go. That's the end of that pivot trade.
Order filled.
Right there. Okay, that's how fast these trades end. Okay, and I'll just go ahead and highlight it here as well as a pivot trade so you guys know. So where does the next trade happen? Okay, the next trade happens, guys, if we get a crossing below price. Okay, well, we actually got a crossing above right here. So I think the next trade begins right here where this bad boy goes above zero. You've got cycle above zero. You've got momentum rising as well right there. So let's go ahead.
Order filled.
Let's see if we take a long on that one. Okay, well, that one didn't work out too well.
Order filled.
Okay, get out of the trade right away right there, guys, okay? And this also pivoted down quick. Look at that. Whew. Okay, so this bad boy just went up again right there. Well, let's see if we can get it to the outside. Okay, we've got cycle and momentum back up again, and now you had another pivot trade right there that just took me out another $270 out of the trade, and that's fine because, hey, you know what? If the trade tells you to get out, you get out. You don't waiting around to see what's going to happen. We've got momentum up. We've got cycle coming up from the bottom.
Order
Take
filled.
that to the upside, see where that goes, because we've got the predictor above the zero line as well. And we just had cycle cross above zero. All right, and we will get out of this trade, guys, the moment that this orange line crosses below the zero line right here, okay? Anytime that price goes up above this threshold and this orange line crosses below zero, that is the end of the move. There is nothing else left. In fact, your cycle rotation just ended right there, guys, and that should be cycle number 1. Okay, there it is, right there.
Order filled.
Clip it, and you are done, guys. That's the end of that trade to the upside. That went from 794 to 815, which was not a bad trade whatsoever. Okay, and here we go.
Order
This
filled.
looks like a short to the downside. We've got the predictor below zero already, and we've got price coming down. And keep in mind that the predictor is all the way down here in the exhaustion zone, guys. So, the moment that, price hits this, that's going to be over. It's right there. That's the end of that trade.
Order filled.
Clip it. You're done. Okay, right there. And that is the end of that nice move to the downside. That's what real algorithmic trading looks like, guys. And if you've seen our previous recaps, this format right here might seem familiar. But that's the point. This process is consistent. And today just reinforced how powerful PredictMO and CYMO are in tandem on short time frames. Now, if you followed the slope shifts on PredictMO and used CYMO to spot early cycle turns, you had multiple opportunities to step in and step out with clarity. And that's the difference between reacting and trading with rhythm, guys. Now, for our subscribers, all right, here's your move, okay, guys? Load your 1-minute chart with the NASDAQ 100, apply PredictMO and CYMO, and replay from 9:30 all the way till about, I guess I stopped this at about 10:30 in the morning, and mark every shift where PredictMO crossed zero and CYMO gave a cycle signal, okay? That's really important because this is how you train your eyes to spot the structure and not chase candles. Okay, and also, it's good to see because we want to see who's locked in on the process, okay? Now, for everyone else, what are you guys waiting for? You watch these tools fire session after session. Today was a mess, choppy, cyclic morning, and we still had structure. We still had confidence. That's the power of the system. And if you're still guessing, still hoping, still using laggy indicators like RSIs and MACDs that don't respond to this kind of market, let me say it again. Take the 7-day free trial. Load PredictMO and CYMO on your charts. Replay today's session and see what real-time clarity feels like. This is the edge that you've been looking for.